everybody. All right, so I'm going to share some special wisdom from this massive piece. It's like a crystal cluster of awesome quartz crystal. There's some rose quartz. I can tell there's some rose in this. It's just a very thin pink sort of highlight in some of these spaces. But I found this piece at just a spiritual shop, of course, where you get things like this. You can't buy this at Walmart, unfortunately. But anyway, I was looking around for I didn't know what, just something that felt good, you know. So this one was kind of up high, and so I didn't see it right away. When it did capture my eye, I was like, oh, baby. I picked this guy up and was like, yeah, you feel amazing. There's something about when you find the right crystal, it just feels really good. And it makes you just feel really, really happy inside, and you start feeling like a weird, freaky vibration. We don't always know why we pick what we pick. There's no coincidences in an infinite universe. Believe it or not, there's no coincidences. There's a reason why you got that stone. There's a reason. So I got this big bad boy, and I would like to do some crystal journey work into it, so that way we can learn some things from this piece, and then I'm going to bring out its vibration in order to make it more effective. I like this piece because I keep it directed at me, so its energy is sort of helps me when I do my journey work and stuff like that, but I haven't charged this guy in a little while. I've had this guy for, I don't know, several months now. I've not done any like journey work into it, so I don't know what it has to share, but it looks at me. It eyeballs me. Swear to God, there's like a soul in there and it looks at me. It eyeballs me. So I gotta find out what's going on with this guy. So I'm just gonna relax a little bit, and then we'll see what this guy has to share, okay? It's heavy. It really is. It's really pretty. It has a lot of pieces that jet off in different directions. So I'm just going to set it down, and then, because I can look at it all day as a human being, but I got to look at it as a spirit. So I have to look off in this direction, and then I'll journey into it, and we'll find out what's going on with it. So I'm just exploring what it means to me in the physical. It's interesting because I have multiple mirrors going at the same time. So I have one mirror going looking at it from the side, one mirror looking at it from the front, one mirror looking at it from the top, and it's sort of looking in different directions all at the same time. And so I'm exploring it from all different angles all at the same time, like literally a broken mirror, seeing all these different sides of it, while it's simultaneously looking back at me with eyeballs that see from all different sides. It's really neat. It's really reflective of its identity too. They're asking me, what is the purpose of such an identity as this? There's something about, all crystals have an infinite eye. All crystals see things from an infinite eye. But there's something interesting about this infinite eye, because it has different sort of consciousness pieces, that it's all part of the whole. See, it's all part of the oneness, it's all part of the whole, but you have all these different brain centers that are sort of jetted off of there and have their own sort of piece of a wisdom, so they see their own unique perspective on the infinite mirror. So it's not just one stone, it's not just one rock or something. It's actually one piece with many different eyes that see many different sides of the infinite universe. There's something special about this. So let's see what it has to say. There is the heart of the stone is where I'm being drawn into. It's quite interesting because while I'm standing right next to this piece in the spirit, it actually is quite a long distance in order to get to the heart of the stone. It's quite fascinating. It literally has an opening, like a pink heart to it. The spirit of the stone, something of this kind, is really special. As I go into it, it is amazing. It's like a portal into heaven. There really is a pink quartz crystal sort of energy related to this, because the picture, it's pink, a lot of pink energy in the heart of the stone, and it's so welcoming to me. It actually is breathing in and out love, and it's really welcoming to me to enter into its realm of love. Crystals are unwaveringly loving. I've not met an evil rock yet. I've not. These ones I guess when you go to a store, you feel a certain vibration, right? And you relate to that vibration. Anything that is a reflection of the dark has been, I don't even want to go there with it. These crystals are extraordinary. They're beautiful. They're amazing. And every time I tap into a crystal, that is what I feel. I'm not saying there couldn't be an opposing expression of this, but I'm not choosing to explore that right now. This is just way too enjoyable. If you have an evil rock, you can come talk to me. I'll take a look at it. But let's get rid of those. We got to purify those things in the light. We got to give them the Reiki healing or something. Don't let that evil rock bite you. Bad rock, bad. There's something funny about that. This piece is of a very high vibration. That's all I want to focus on right now. It can get cool for like, it just, I don't know, it's just blah blah blah. I just want to feel this. Okay, so this thing keeps changing colors on me. I don't get it. It needs to stop that. Like I don't know why it does that to me here. Stop being so bright. I'm just so bright these days. There. Now it looks like I got a tan. Alright. I'm going to turn this volume off here. It's distracting. Alright, so going into this. The tunnel is very interesting because it has some circular rings that are just almost hypnotic in the way that they go into, I can go into this space. It's a really pink open doorway that really wants me to enter, and it's almost like, it has like a breathing apparatus to it. It's really strange because I see it kind of open and close, like tide sort of brushing across those coral pieces that sort of go one way or the other way, just back and forth. It kind of opens and closes as I enter into it, and there's a bunch of rings that go into the heart of the stone. I'm looking at it from other angles, like even other hands that have touched this piece and looked at it. It's really weird because I'm looking from the center of the stone outward through all its many points. There's a man. There's literally a man that is looking at this rock, and it feels like I'm back in time or something. The spirit guides asked me if I know where this rock came from, and I was like, the earth. But this scene, I'm just going to describe what the scene looks like. It literally looks like a man that is at a spiritual store. He's picked up this stone, is looking at it in his hands and setting it back down. But his hairdo and the way he's dressed, he looks like he's from the 70s. He's got like this perfect sort of feathered thing going on, but he's wearing just 70s style clothes, maybe early 80s. I think early 80s is better for it. Because I could see socks, long socks with like red stripes or something. There's something about that. It's sort of early 80s style. It hasn't gotten cool enough yet to be total 80s. But then he just sets it down and he just goes along his way. I'm just looking out and seeing the world around me. There's nothing else that is being shared. I'm only just sitting here waiting. It's weird. There's like lights going out in a store. Like the store's closing now. It's like I'm looking through the eyes of a crystal as though it's like a real person waiting for somebody to get it or choose it. And it's as if this stone has been waiting for a really long time or something weird. It's like, was this owned by somebody else and then it just somehow got sold? So it's just, I just assumed they found this piece. It got put in a crate, sent here. You just get your shipment and then it goes out in stores. That's my relationship with where it came from. There's something about this. There's literally like a star that is shown to me that twinkles off of one of the pieces. There's a spiritual entity here, even like an angelic sort of fairy-like being. For me to enter into this vein is really There's a really pretty pink sensation I experience. The energy is really like ballet or fluids like that. Really pretty. It makes me think of pink, things that are really soft pink, really feminine even. Really warm, and it doesn't necessarily have to be feminine, but there's something very warm about it, and this entity is feminine. So make my nose itch. Let's see what else comes. They're showing me that this stone is very dense and solid. Obviously it is, but there's more density than I realize about it, in the spiritual layers. There's something about the inside of it here that is wanting to release something that is no longer of service to it. Literally as though it has been pulling out a lot of toxic energy from the work I do. Obviously, I have to experience a lot of toxic spaces. I don't choose to digest that stuff. It just kind of, it's like work-related hazards or whatever. So I have to constantly be purifying myself, right? So this piece has been really drawing out a lot of the old energy, and it was time for me to release this out of here. I could kind of tell that the vibration had changed in it. It's really interesting because they vibrate really good for a couple months and they start to sort of lose their ringtone. And so you need to do some work to it to help the vibration return and that sort of thing. So it's been doing its job for me, which is sort of absorbing, breathing in all the negative energy, and now it's sort of ready to release a lot of this. So it's opening itself up and allowing itself to literally purge out the negative energy. It's really literally like a person. As I open it up, it's like, this is what it looks like. It's like a woman with her legs, and then she's giving birth to negative energy, just releasing it out of the womb. And that's what it looks like. But it's a rock. But it has this sort of inhalation, exhale, inhale sort of thing, and then ability to release old through some version of this. This is how I see it. This is how I can describe it. So it is literally releasing out the old energy right now. It's giving birth to the old energy, so it's literally what it looks like. There's odd strands of things in here too that I'm pulling out. It's just old A negative energy pieces. They kind of look like you put Play-Doh in one of those things and you push down and it squeezes out the spaghetti strings. It kind of has an odd spaghetti string way about this dark. There's some pieces that are black and some even white. It's just stringing out, and I'm just pulling the pieces out more and more from this hole, basically. And it's just coming out naturally through choice, through me putting my consciousness into this piece and sharing love with it, sharing my consciousness with it, going into its expression. It wants to release this stuff. It's choosing to do this. We're all part of one consciousness. So the consciousness of this stone is also a part of my consciousness too. So we can work together to heal each other. I can help the stone return to a higher vibration and balance too, with its own identity and expression. I'm choosing to use Reiki energy to help it to release this. So I just say Reiki word, and I focus, and I put my healing hands onto the stone. So I'm doing this right now. And I'm really sharing a lot of love, nurturing energy and encouragement for it to release the old energy that it no longer needs to possess it anymore. It's quite fascinating. It's releasing out really long strands. It's doing it much faster. So when I use the Reiki energy with it, it really jump starts it to push things out, and then it's really releasing a lot of old energies. It's really doing a great job of it. I'm feeling its vibration raising, but I need to keep focusing on it. There's still work to do. It's sort of really pushing out the old energies, and then it's really starting to breathe in light energy from the divine consciousness. So it's sort of breathing in the light and expressing out, sort of pushing out the old dark energies. It's really starting to feel happier and more energetic again. It's showing me what is a realm where you could find all these crystals in like a space in the earth, and they're all singing to each other, and they're all sparkling inside the space. It looks like a giant geode that a human being could even walk into. And there's so much wisdom that they share with each other, and there's such a vibration. I almost think if you would go in there and experience this, it would be absolutely overwhelming. People who must mind this stuff, they have to experience what is really profound, overwhelming energy, because there's so much vibrating off of these guys. It's really loud. They're constantly singing and talking to each other, and there's just so much wisdom just bouncing off of all over the place. They self-heal. They're just totally balanced in that space, in the massive geode experience. I can imagine a human being going in there being totally freaking overwhelmed. Like, I'm even getting overwhelmed just experiencing this from a spiritual angle. To be a human being in there and be like, oh my gosh, that is really intense. I'm breathing in like the most massive perfume of like super happy air, of like bubbly singing crystals and all kinds of stuff. It'd just be crazy. There's like laughter. They laugh, they sing, they share wisdom, they bounce it off of each other. It's just, there's so much happiness just constantly just bouncing all over the place in this geode space where it's showing me. I'm inspired to take it home, to let it experience its home sphere again, where it can charge with its friends and stuff, with where it came from, where it grew, how it developed in this space was perfect. It is a perfect reflection of exactly what it was meant to be. So I'm allowing it to be returned to this geode space and heal there. It's starting to come alive again with its identity. It's really interesting how rocks can really be like people too. I find bodily, like organs in the body are also can have like their own consciousness to help you understand, why did the stomach get sick? Well, because I felt like this or whatever. The parts of the body also have their own consciousness and story to tell. Rocks do too. As a human being, this is how I comprehend the divine and infinite universe. I comprehend it in this way. So this rock tells me the story. And so I can heal it through these means. I'm telling you, the vibration is definitely raising, and it's starting to find a lot of relief. There's even a spirit in this space that is taking the crystal from my hand, this chunk, and is doing work with it, levitating it in this space. Allowing it to be in the center of what is a sort of oval type of horizontally oval type space, like inside of a geode. And it's just levitating in the center where it is experiencing bounce off all this wisdom from all the other crystals that is just singing and laughing and sharing. It's showing me that it's transforming into perfect geometric shapes. It's actually taking itself apart like a transformer and transforming its expression. Right now, it is developing a super wisdom. I mean, it's doing something crazy, like mathematical and like with geometric shapes, really fast. It's doing it all by itself. It seems to know what to do. There's an angel here, a very prominent, very white light energy that is working with this crystal piece too, sharing divine light, white light with it as well. There's something really geometrical about it all. Even the angel has some odd geometrical sort of I don't know. The wings are just almost like a odd shape. Something just like perfect lines and stuff. It's just crazy. There's something, even a really pale blue light going into this piece. We're really raising the vibration of it. It's really releasing out some orbs, like bubbly pieces are just coming out of the inside of it. This energies that it's no longer needs anymore. I'm still raising its vibration. There's still some old energies coming out of this. This thing has obviously been digesting a lot of my experience, because there's a lot coming out of here. It's amazing. It's really amazing. It really goes to show how helpful crystals are to our experience. They really have a vibration. They really are here to help you. They really want to share their wisdom with you. They really want to sing you songs and share the wisdom, tell you stories, talk about their own lives and their experiences and all that stuff. They're real life consciousnesses. It's really neat. So... there's an interesting ladder of people that is just like one man standing on top of another man's shoulders, standing on top of another man. It's like a weird ladder of human men, that it goes all the way up to the sun, and they're just, one is handing it to the other, this crystal piece. They're going to take it to the sun, I guess. This weird thing I'm watching here. The human ladder is taking this thing to the sun. There's something really... It's... The yawn. We're going to be seeing a scene change here. I have a feeling that this is like the perfect notation for me to know what's up next is something new here. It's just going up really high, even into the heavens. It's got sort of fragmented its identity into what is this sort of geode space with the angel, while simultaneously it's also going up into heaven. And there's just such a bright sun in the sky. It's just going up, up, up and away into the clouds, into a heavenly space that's just really high up. Even a gold realm where it is all golden energy in here. Gold energy is really unique. It's really special. It's really, it has everything. Every color has its own unique vibration, its own meaning, and everything. So something about this. I mean, this feels really special. I'm literally in this space, and it's kind of strange in here. It's a golden realm, but it's also showing me sort of a fairy tale scene. There's even a darker space here. I'm trying to get to it, but it's very hard for me to. It's sort of like a home in the woods or a forest area, and it's like kind of witchy, you know, but it's like just a door in the side of like a really, it's not a huge cliff or anything, but it's like they hollowed out a space inside of this cliff, but it's not very big. It's not like a massive cliff. Oh, there's just a circular rounded door. And there's some trees here, and a pathway. So it's inside of like a forest area. And it's really like kind of mystical, magical, elvish, sort of witch, or, you know, good witch though. I don't feel evil here at all. I just feel something about nature, this sort of mixing, you know, herbs and making potions and stuff like that, using crystals as things like that. So I'm inspired to enter into this door. Out comes quite a dark energy. They're saying allow this energy to release. Like, are we dealing with an evil stone here? Like, it's not evil, but this crystal piece has a purpose for digesting in the negative energy, and then to release. It sort of inhales the negative, exhales the positive, but it's been getting really full of the negative energy, and it needs some help to get that pushed out. Energetically removed, and then it can start being sort of balanced and full of the divine light. This is why you heal your crystals, right? But so I'm just allowing it to go because it's no longer necessary anymore. It's sort of flying out like beads of dark energy, and they almost look like insects or flies. They're just buzzing out of here. There's millions, trillions of them. It's just a massive cloud of them. But it's pretty dense cloud, and I can even hear a buzzing sound as it's going. They're really welcoming the dark energy to come into the light, to transform and to feel the loving energy of all. Really welcoming it. Really welcoming it to enter into the light. To transform it. Really loves this dark energy, is even thankful, reveres, feels blessed by what is the darker vibrations. Because we cannot have an appreciation for the light or the love of all unless we walk the darker pathways in order to now appreciate the lighter pathways. So heaven loves all things. Heaven loves all creations. All creations are a part of heaven. We're all one consciousness. So heaven is really loving and welcoming, non-judgmental of this expression at all. My spirit guides are asking me if it is a demon or consciousness or what. I'm not choosing to make a connection with it. I'm just encouraging it to enter the light. It just feels like really contaminated old energy that it's been absorbing from me doing my journey work and stuff. It's probably why it's been eyeballing me, waiting for me to heal it and purge it of all this. I'm feeling it's sort of, there's still stuff coming out of this doorway, and it's all being taken into the light. And there's even hands pulling it from this doorway as well. And there's like an odd rope attached to the end. We're just pulling it all into the light, hands helping it into the light even. In this space, it's really clearing out of the dark energies, and I'm just manifesting white light in here. They're saying this is also reflective of what I saw in the first place, where we open the space and it's trying to purge out all this negative energy. Is on this massive scale, they say, was on this massive scale that it was definitely time to do this for it. So I'm just choosing to explore different ways of healing the space, the inside of the space, where it's still pulling out dark energies. I'm just exploring maybe transforming the space, but it's not feeling right quite yet. I'm looking at moving the space into the geode, so they're now in alignment. So this space can heal inside of the geode. So let me just see if I can do that. So I try different things, and sometimes I get a yes, sometimes I get a no. So some things I can do, some things I can't. It's not wanting me to remove this space, like through evaporating the walls or creating what isn't a home anymore. It's just sort of wanting to balance it. All of these sort of reflections in the geode is where I'm going with it for right now. It may need this first, and then I can restructure its expression. I don't know yet, but we're going to start here. There's an interesting entity. I'm sitting at a table, and he's sitting on the other side. I'm sitting in what is white light, and he is sitting in dark light, and we are talking to each other. He gave me what was a very interesting sort of silver platinum ring or something. So I'm exploring him. I mean, he's pure dark, and I'm pure. It's like the chess pieces come head to head. We got white, we got black. That's what this is like. And we're just sitting on two sides of a table. I'm just inspired to fill his side with the white light and just see what happens. Something pretty sticky and gooey about him. He's really dense. Dense dark energy. So dense I can't even see him anymore as he's filling up his space with so much dark energy. I'm creating an orb and allowing it to suck in all of this energy from him. So it's an orb, an infinite space. It's a circle. It's just sort of sucking in all of this black energy that he's emitting. It's really just sucking it all out of him. This piece is, I'm like really impressed. This piece has really been doing a lot of work to help me suck out all this sort of negative energy vibrations that I experience. You can't go into demon realms and not feel a little bit altered by that. There's a little bit of negativity going on in the creation of a negative space. Energy vibrations are real. You may not be able to see them, but you can sure feel them. And crystals can too. So this is doing some amazing purification work. This guy is actually really ready to release from this, but there's something about this. I'm still working on it. There's an angel coming in and giving him a hug from behind, and it's filling him with white light all over the place. His space is starting to fill with trillions of angels, just like freaking out, just, I don't know, they're just like doing angel things, just sharing energy and just walking around and just being angels and stuff. I don't know. They're acting really silly. Like they're just like, hi, how are you? Go to the next, like we're in a contained space and there're just lots of them in here, just walking around, just sharing their white light all over the place, just like silly angels or something. But I love it. There's something I really love about this going on right now. There's just so much happiness and so many like hellos and how are yous and just, but it's all the same angels, like millions of one angel, just angel fragmented out into a million angels of the same kind, just all over the space in here. They're just flooding into the scene. They're really flooding around this guy, this entity. They're really connecting with his expression and really filling him with the light of all just instantly. It's all just, this whole contained space isn't even having existence anymore. White versus black is just all a bunch of light and angels and stuff like that. We're just filling the space. We're filling up the whole space. We're even breaking down the walls and everything is just absorbing into the white light of all. There is nothing else but the light is what we are experiencing here. They're wanting to show me how this crystal piece is filling up with so much light now because of the removal of that entity, those bugs, all the dark energy that it's sort of been absorbing. So it's like a vacuum piece. It sucks in the negative, exhales the positive, but it's needed real help to remove all the negative energy and then release, so now it's supercharged with positive energy. So it has plenty of room to be doing what its job is for me, right? So that's kind of funny because I was kind of onto something with that sort of evil rock thing. This piece is definitely not an evil rock. Its purpose is to suck in the negative energy. I'm learning this now through doing this crystal journey. And then release the positive energy. And now through this work, we've been able to sort of really heal some energies that were in there that needed to be released into the light, which is exactly what this guy does. This guy. Really nice, huh? It's pretty. All right, that's where I'm going to stop on this. I'm probably going to explore this guy a little bit more on my own time, but that's 35 minutes. That's a really good video of wisdom related to this piece, and then activating it, helping it to release the old energies, and then fill up with all the new ones. So now it's like supercharged. So, if you're interested in experiencing a crystal journey with me, where I can take a look at your special rock, and then we'll journey into it, see what its wisdom is, and then I can supercharge it for you, just visit my website. It's abbynormalswisdomquest.com, and I would absolutely love to visit with your rock and then share the wisdom. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.